What's up guys, the May Patreon rewards are now available. Cyclonic Rift, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Avacyn Angel of Hope are all available through the end of the month. If you'd like to support our channel and pick up these sweet proxies, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves or by clicking the link in the description below. What's going on guys? Welcome to another gameplay video. Today, finally, we are playing a Sultai Mutate deck. So this is actually one that I've been looking to play for quite some time, but for whatever reason, you know, we found other decks we just haven't been able to. So I'm excited to try this one out. Obviously, this is a Sultai list. It's pretty base green. We've got a little bit of blue, a little bit of black, but it's mostly green. And we'll kind of go through this as we normally would. Now, this is a Umori deck. And so I apologize you can't see the photo, but this is essentially just creature based all the way through. That means this is going to discount all of our deck if we do this right. So that's kind of the plan. Now, looking at our 1-drop slot here, we have Gilded Goose for some ramp. We also have things like Paradise Druid for a little bit of ramp as well. This is just going to help us get out our spells a little bit quicker along with Umori to discount them. And it gives us things to target with mutate abilities. So obviously we're looking to mutate quite a bit. Having, you know, a 0/2 flyer to mutate onto is great. Having a 2/1 hexproof that generates mana that we can mutate onto is also pretty awesome. So these not only ramp us, but give us great targets in the early game. Essence Symbiote is a really cool card. I actually didn't think about this card very much, but having seen it in a few lists, I was like, yeah, let's give it a shot. So it's a 2/2 for 2, but whenever a creature you control mutates, put a 1/1 counter on it and you gain 2 life. I think at the best of 1 ladder, this makes so much sense. Obviously, it's probably going to die pretty quickly, being that it is a 2/2. I mean, shocks are going to deal with it, what and whatnot, but if it lives, it does give us, you know, a little bit more buffer to keep ourselves alive for the long game, which we're kind of a mid-range deck, so we're looking to kind of outvalue along the way. Pollywog Symbiote, also a really nice card. It's a 1/3 for 2. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has mutate. So again, this is going to discount a large portion of our deck. And whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, you get to draw a card and then discard a card. So this is going to be our way of kind of digging through the deck. Now, we do only run 2 of these, not the full 4. You know, that's fine. This list is actually one that I pulled, but I would kind of like to see more of these, I think, in the best of 1 ladder. Mostly because they don't die as easily as the Essence Symbiote. Now, this certainly keeps us alive more, but this draws us through our deck and gives us more game plan stuff, and I kind of like that. But, you know, we'll see as we go through. Glowstone Recluse is a 2/3 for 2 and a green. It does have reach and mutate for 3 and a green, but whenever it mutates, put 2 1/1 counters on it. So this is going to be a big buff for us. Also just gives us some reach, so against flyers and stuff like that, we'll have a little bit more tech. Parcelbeast is a 2/4 for 2, a green and a blue. Its mutating cost is only 1 green and 1 blue, so that's pretty cheap. You can also pay 1, tap it, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a land card, you can put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, you put it into your hand. So this is a really good way to, again, kind of dig through our deck a little bit, hopefully even get some lands out so we can ramp up to, you know, kind of our late game stuff. Polukranos in here. Kind of just like one of the big finishers, if nothing else. It's a great way to clear the board. It's a really good recursive threat because you can escape it, but you can also just fight creatures off with it so you can get through for a lot more damage. So this is just a really strong card. We've seen this in a lot of decks. Not a whole lot to say other than it's amazing. So I'm excited to play with Polukranos again. Migratory Greathorn as a 4/of. This is a really nice mutate card, in my opinion, mostly because it ramps you. It gets a land out of your deck for you. Love that. And its mutate cost is only 3, and it's a 3/4. Like, that kind of is a lot of power and toughness on like a potentially 3 mana card, not to mention it's getting you a land. So like, there's a lot of value with a card like this. Gemrazer. Obviously, really good at destroying artifacts or enchantments, but also just a 4/4 for 4, worst case scenario with reach and trample. So this is just a really powerful card all the way around. The Dirge Bat here is really sweet because it does give us on a stick creature and planeswalker remover, which is really good. Plus, it's a flash flyer. There are instances where that's going to be obviously relevant to finish off a game potentially, stuff like that, but it's just a really powerful card. The last time we played with this, I think, was the Dimir Flash deck, which, I mean, this was an all-star in that list. It still is, in my opinion, but this is just a really sweet card. I absolutely love it. At the top end here, we do have a Nethroi, Apex of Death. This is a way to kind of bring back a lot of things from the graveyard if you really need to. Plus, it's just a 5/5 Death Touch lifelinker. You can mutate it also, so lots of really, really powerful stuff. And then the Auspicious Starrix. This is a sweet card. This is kind of the card that made me want to play this deck. Essentially, you get to look at the top X cards of your deck. However many permanent cards you reveal, you get to put those onto the battlefield, and X is the number of times that it has mutated. Now, our entire deck is permanents, so no matter what, we're going to get something, which is really, really sweet. We do get to run only 24 lands. Normally, you kind of want to ramp up and maybe do 25, 26 in a deck like this, but because we've got so much ramp between the Greathorn, the Paradise Druid, and the Gilded Goose, we really don't need too many. So we have got the 1 Castle Vantress, 2 Island, 2 Swamp, 3 Forest, obviously a little more skewed to the forest there. 2 Temple of Mystery, 2 Temple of Deceit, 2 Watery Grave, 4 and 4 on the Breeding Pool and Overgrown Tomb. We do have a 1 of Zagoth Triome, and then a 1 of Bonders Enclave. This is just a way to draw some cards later in the game. So let's see what we can do with this deck. I'm really excited about this one. I've played up against a lot of these like Sultai Mutate decks. Some have been great, some have been not so great, if I'm going to be honest, but I have high hopes. I really like it. Especially with that Auspicious Starrix. That card is sweet. Absolutely love it. So we'll see what we can do. Okay. Bit of an odd hand, if I'm gonna be honest, because of this Temple of Mystery, but we can kind of lean on the Gilded Goose, so let's keep. Get this out there. And this is nice because we do get to kind of mutate onto this right away, thanks to, you know, obviously it produces its own mana, which is pretty cool. Now, we can also just do this, if we would like to. And maybe that's a better idea. Yeah, I think we'll do this. This just gives us all of the lands that we could possibly need, and so I think this is a better option. We'll go ahead and get our blue source here. That way we do have an untapped land for the Parcelbeast if we'd like it. Rakdos Sacrifice. Absolutely hate going up against this list, but it is a very popular one right now, so you do have to be pretty aware of it. Unfortunately, can't play that out quite yet. Let's see. We can just play out the Umori, which I think is actually not a bad call. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to discount all of our stuff here. So let's do this. We'll go ahead and attack in here. Sorry if I'm a little sniffy, by the way, guys. I've mentioned before, my allergies are just a little bad recently. Croxa, huh? We can ditch one of these Parcelbeasts. Yep. So at the very least, we did get to stave off an attack here, which was quite nice. Let's get you out. Go ahead and scry. I think we kind of want to put that on the bottom. Let's see. I wish we could just do this and kill this right away, but we cannot. So we're gonna mutate this onto this under. So we're gonna be shuffling our deck here, so it was a little silly to do that. But we can use this at any time. Let's pass. Remember, they've got very good stuff, but we've got a lot more powerful stuff long term. And so our goal here is to just kind of stay alive in these early turns. Now that does put a clock on us because obviously they can start sacking stuff and that's not good for us, but we'll see what we can do here. Yep. Probably should have gotten a black source, I'm now thinking, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do this now. Okay. So we do get to blow this up, which is quite nice. Let's do this. Let's do this while we can. We're going to mutate onto this Gilded Goose here. We're going to put this over. And we get to blow up the Witch's Oven. That just feels great, if I'm going to be honest. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't quite do that yet. Again, I think we're going to pass. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know. I mean, we certainly do want to be an aggressive deck, but we're holding off quite a bit of damage here. So I'm a little concerned with letting too much in. And I'm kind of just wanting to get value off of the Greathorn as much as possible. So that's kind of my game plan. That may be incorrect. I may be trying to play it a little too slow, but we'll see. The good news here is we do have 2 flyers, which, I mean, certainly are going to be able to do some major damage here. Very happy to be able to kill this with the bat here next turn. If we'd like to, so that's probably going to be the plan, and we can just mutate it onto this to kill the Witch's Oven again. So a lot of value to be had, I'll be honest. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, not a super great card for us to have at this point in the game, but that's okay. Let's play this out. That's great. Now, whoops. Yes, let's do this. So we're going to do this onto this. We'll auto pay. We're going to put this on the bottom because we've already got, you know, more power, more toughness. Let's see. Destroy Lares. Just so they can't start recurring stuff. We get to destroy that, and we gain some life. That felt pretty good. Now, we can technically do this again. Let's do it. Under. Let's take out this so they can't continuously get stuff back there. And we'll swing in with our 6/6. That feels pretty good. That's a problem. For sure. It's not really the worst thing in the world, though, I will be honest. Ooh, that's pretty good. There we go. We're going to put it over. Yes. All right, so there we were about to do some major damage. Not only kill a creature, gain some life, get some counters, and hopefully get a lot of stuff on the field. So that was pretty sweet. You can kind of see, and I think that was the right call. I may have been wrong, but I don't think we would have killed them just straight up attacking. And they would have been able to get some more counters on that Dreadhorde Butcher and start maybe taking some of our stuff out. So I think it was right to leave stuff back there and just kind of wait on the value from the mutate, which you can see is insane. I mean, we were able to do a lot of stuff for just mutating one thing. So I'm happy with that. That turned out great. Felt pretty good. Jump into game 2 here and see how we do. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can turn 1 Gilded Goose, turn 2 one of these two. We'll see. Don't know what we're up against. This doesn't seem to be a Lares deck. Otherwise, they normally just run those as their companion, not just main deck it. But, you know, could be wrong. Okay. I think I'm just going to throw the Paradise Druid out there. I kind of want to get hexproof or mutate onto the hexproof creature because obviously, like, that's really good. So we will see. Okay. That was a little silly, but sure. Don't really know why they gave up so quickly. Maybe they just didn't have land. Maybe that was a bad keep. We'll see how long game 3 goes. If it doesn't go too long, we'll jump into a 4th game just to even that out a little bit. That's kind of silly. I hope you guys are doing fantastic, by the way. I guess a couple orders of business that I can kind of run through for you guys. First of all, Patreon. We're still towards the beginning of the month. So we just kind of released our new Patreon rewards. This is not a great keep. I don't know about this one. Do we know what they're up? Karuga. Yeah, I think it was right to mulligan, but this is not great either. I will keep it, but it's not ideal. We'll put the basic island back. That's fine. And we'll temple. I mean, that's a guard. That does help us quite a bit. Karuga. Okay, so Jeskai. So yeah, we do have our new Patreon rewards out. If you are interested, please, by all means, feel free to pick those up. Those are only available through our Patreon, but they're really, really sweet proxies. We have an ad at the beginning of the video that I assume you saw. And it's a fun one. Those are really, really cool to be able to do those proxies, so I'm very excited about it. Let's do this. And we're gonna go ahead and do this. Let's do it over. That's pretty good. Turn 3, we have a 4/5 flyer out. That's pretty solid. Oh, well, that feels bad. That feels so bad. Yeah, you got it. We will just play out another Recluse, I believe. Unfortunately, now we're kind of stuck on land. That sucks. But we do have the Greathorn, so if they don't get rid of this, we're okay. We'll see. But yeah, so you can pick up those Patreon rewards. We also have our Ikoria giveaway going on right now. We're giving away a free bundle. Just straight up giving it away. So if you're interested, please feel free to pick that up. We certainly would appreciate the support, but more importantly, you guys get a free bundle. Whoops. There we go. Let's go over. This actually blocks very easily. We will get... We have our double black. We've pretty much got everything we need, so let's just get a green here. And I'm not going to attack here. Again, we're kind of looking to get value off of the mutate stuff here, so I don't think it's right to attack. Might be wrong. Again, I don't know. They could easily just banishing like this, which would suck. But we'll see. Regardless, I hope you guys are enjoying these gameplay videos, though. If you're not participating in any of the stuff, I do hope that's the one takeaway. We have really, really seen an uptick in viewership since we started doing these over anything else. Oh, that feels bad. At least we got our land out. I will say that. That was helpful. So we certainly appreciate all the support from you guys. It means a lot. Yeah. Well, that's not good. What's our best game plan here? Gemrazer, huh? Unfortunately, we can't do two things in one turn. I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. I don't think we can pull that out. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and jump into another game here, just because that second game really did not count for much. We're just under 20 minutes, so I think it'll be all right. Let's jump in. You guys get a freebie extra. Really loving this deck, though, I will say. Unfortunately, they just had removal for us. I mean, what are you going to do? But still, this deck feels awesome. All right. What do we got? Yeah, this is a pretty strong keep, I think. Mono white, huh? They're going to have Banishing Lights too, so we do have to be very careful of that. That is the one thing that kind of sucks is like when you mutate onto one particular thing so much, it's great for your deck, but it does make it easy for the opponent to just be like, nah, you don't get that one, if that makes sense. So that's a little tough, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so let's do this, and let's just do this. Thankfully, we've got... We're holding off a turn here, so I think we're going to be okay. Sure. They get some life, that's fine. Wish we had an artifact or something to destroy. I guess we have the enchantment, right? And it's just a super strong card. Yeah, let's drop this. I'm gonna say no attacks here. I don't know if that's right. I keep being very, like, well, much more passive with this deck, is the vibe that I get. I just don't know if that's correct. Unfortunately, I have no idea. Okay. Interesting choice in a deck like this. Normally I don't see Angelic Gift in the mono whites like life gain list. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Not risking it, huh? Okay, well, let's play this out. So we can play this just straight up, but that's not really good for us. So I think let's do this under. Gonna blow that up. Get rid of the power boost there. Drop this down. And here, I think I will start to attack. We're in a little bit of a safer position now, and this is dealing a butt ton of damage. So I mean, we're gonna take a hit here, no doubt about it. But I think that's okay. They're an enchantment-based life gain deck. That is interesting, and they are out of cards. That is very worth noting. If we get, actually, we don't need any other lands. All right, let's do this. Over for sure. I guess we'll destroy the gift here. Enters tapped. That feels pretty good. All right, let's swing in now. That felt awesome. Sorry for the frame rate drop here, guys. Network stuff. But that felt good. And there we go. Awesome. Holy crap, that was cool. All right, I'm loving this deck. I will just go ahead and say this deck feels amazing. Not 100% perfect, obviously, and we'll talk more about that after the second video when we get more of a feel for the deck as a whole. But overall, I'm liking the kind of layback strategy with this deck. It doesn't feel as aggressive. It's much more focused on, at least in my opinion, kind of getting that mutate value and then being able to take over the game after the fact. So it doesn't seem like you're meant to attack in every chance you get, that kind of thing. Feels like you can kind of leave it on defense, make them have removal, and then if they don't, you're just golden. That's how it feels, at least for now. We'll again see how it goes in the second video, but regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I am stoked on this deck, so I'm looking forward to the next video. Hopefully you guys are too. I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next one.